sheep doing?
Sheep?
Why sheep?
You'll never know.
I'll tell you what it is. It's because Danielle Brown's on the show today, who plays Paulette, of course, in Emmerdale Farm.
Oh, it's a sheep farm gag.
Ah.
What else is still to come?
Stop cheap gags on this show. I've never heard such nonsense. Now, coming up on the show today, don't doubt it, we got All Saints. They're explosive and they're live in the studio. Also here to entertain us and singing live. He's got a great new single out at the moment. Our mate, comedy Robbie Williams, will be here. We find out how it's all going down Montana way. That's when we drop in with Keenan and Kel at 5 minutes past 10. Yo, yo, yo. Spider-Man's here, and today he's got his work cut out. He's confronting that big drip Hydro Man at 10 past 11. So we may have the hottest hits around and some future number ones today, the best acts on Hit Miss or Maybe. And at midday, we log on to Tomorrow's World today with Hot Seat guest, the scientific Peter Snow, coming in. So use that scientific thing, the phone, and call us on this number.
0181811 0181811
That's the number to call. Now, have you ever won? Have you ever won? Get off! Stop it! Stop it! Have you ever wondered why some people have brown eyes and some people have blue eyes?
No.
Ever wondered that? No?
Yes.
Have
Sorry,
you ever also wondered why, if they found water on the moon, how come there's no oxygen on the moon, eh?
Don't know.
I don't know either. There's no point asking the crew, is it, Midge? Because they'll have absolutely no idea. But I know someone who might know. This is Anya Sitaram from Tomorrow's World, and her two, Nicole and Nicola. Yes, I got it right. I was convinced I'd get the two of you muddled up. Now, I've got no idea about this question. Why do some people have green eyes, and why do some people have brown?
Well, I think it's something to do with your genes, isn't it? Here's the expert.
Absolutely right. What happens is you get one gene from your mum, one from your dad. They're both brown, you have brown eyes. But if you have one brown one and one blue one, they end up having a bit of a fight. And the brown one's normally stronger, so it usually wins. But it's not always quite as simple as that, and that's why some people have green eyes or in between colours, or one of each, exactly.
That would be a bit confusing. And what about water on the moon? Because that's a big science story, isn't it, at the moment?
That is. It's a very exciting, hot topic. They've just found ice on the moon. It's buried at the poles beneath the soil.
Right.
If we can get at it, it'll provide us with water and oxygen and fuel for rockets, so we can actually land on the moon and have a base.
So I think we can see this on the screen down here. If we see, that's obviously the moon. That's about as far as my scientific knowledge goes. That's a kind of floaty thing. Well, tell us, can you explain to us exactly what's going on here? Is that like a satellite thing?
It is, yeah. NASA have just sent Lunar Prospector to the moon, and it's circling the moon constantly and giving us a complete map of the moon. And they've looked in the craters at both poles, looked under the soil, and they can actually see that there is some ice stuck under the soil.
Wow. So that could mean that we could live on the moon at some stage.
It could mean some people could live on the moon. There's not a horrendous amount of ice up there.
How exciting is that? And tell us more about Science Week, anyway.
Well, Science Week, if you don't like science, is really fun way to find out about science. Go and do experiments, even go and visit a pathology lab. Anywhere you like in the country, there are things to go and do. And if you want to know more, ring Science Line. OK. I'll tell you the number later.
Good stuff. Now, I know that you've set up a little science line here with Nicole and Nicola. They're ready to take your calls. If you've got any science queries at all, it could be anything, then give us a call. Dave, you ready? Give us a call on this number. Go, Dave!
Come on, Dave. Come on. Acclaimed news discussion programme for 18 years, dealing with the important issues of the day and up-to-the-minute news.
I'm sorry, let me help you with your microphone.
I actually came running in here from the press briefing room.
Yeah,
I'm slightly out of breath. I'll tell you why.
Peter's now telling us about Tomorrow's World. Great for a man who says he loves gadgets. But gadgets and cars could have had a very different meaning, as Peter was once considered for the role of James Bond. Sadly, he was too tall, but not shaken or stirred. Peter gained fame for his election swingometers, showing us how elections might be won or lost.
How many of these seats will Labour manage to turn red tonight, the Scottish National Party yellow, and the Liberal Democrats gold in their contest to cross Downing Street and open the door to number 10?
Peter has found himself the perfect role because now he's...
King of the Swingers! Now I'm the King of the Swingers, the jungle VIP. I've been to the top, but I ought to know, because that's the way it ought to be. I want to be a man cub, and stroll right into town, and be just like the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around.
Wow, there's something you don't see on TV every day, so let's say hello and good morning to Peter Snow.
Now, what's tomorrow's world? Lots of questions for you this morning, but you speak quite quickly, which is good. What's tomorrow's world doing for Science Week?
So the big thing for Science Week next week is Megalab. Huge, interactive, tens of thousands of people ringing us up, carrying out experiments with us. Biggest one of all is our computer experiment. Last night I sat down on a computer keyboard and tried to persuade people that I was really a human being. People are talking to us, tens of thousands of people testing out computers. The idea is if a computer can persuade people it's talking like a human being, that it's won a great prize. What I did was I tried persuading people as a human being. They all thought I was a computer, so I failed. Anyway, that's our big interactive laboratory test in Megalab next week. Everybody can join in. Everybody can join in. Excellent. And more information about that. What's been your favourite feature on Tomorrow's World so far? Because you do find some crazy stunts and things. The favourite thing I think I've done is gone to Paris to look at a little electric car that when you drove it, drives very well, wonderfully well, and then when you finish driving it, you just get out of the car, take out your smart card, walk off, and the car drives itself away back to its garage. Fantastic. How fantastic. That's the traffic of the future. Is that, will you invest in one of those if they come out? I'd love to have one. Unfortunately, not quite approved by the police yet for use on the road. Excellent. We'll try and get some shots of that, actually, to show in the hot seat later on. Now, how does doing something like Tomorrow's World compare with working in news? Because you worked in news for a long time. Well, I think the difference is that Tomorrow's World is all about an exciting future. News tends to be about the present and the past. And it is about something Tomorrow's World that is very upbeat and exciting and enthusiastic. And I think there's a sort of different... It's rather fun being in a field of activity that's so much more upbeat and exciting and hopeful in many ways than so much of the news one has dealt with over 30 years in current affairs. So there is a difference of attitude and much more, in many ways, much more upbeat and exciting. I think you end a programme with a smile on Tomorrow's World. Sometimes you don't end a programme like Newsnight or the news with a smile. Exactly. Excellent. Well, there's lots of people out there, I'm sure, who are dying to ask Peter questions, maybe about his career as a journalist in news, maybe about his wonderful swingometers that I'm sure he'll be using on Budget Day on Tuesday, or about Megalab and Science Week. Then give this number a call right now.
0181811